Hello and welcome to day 2 of vlogmas slash bookmas. Today is a really exciting vlog. I have some very exciting things on the agenda. Apparently Onyx wants to stand directly in front of the camera, which is fine. We're officially 2 days away from leaving for Dragonsteel. I am feeling very stressed about that, but I think it's gonna be okay. Today I'm working on a project. It's a Christmas gift for Emily Sanderson, Brandon Sanderson's wife. I'll chat more about the meaning behind it and why I'm doing it as I'm going, but we're gonna be bedazzling one of my favorite books I've ever read, and then we're also going to be trying on some dress options for the World Topper Ball. I'm going to a formal ball that's fantasy themed. I didn't find out that I was for sure going until like a week ago, so I had basically no time to find a dress. I ordered 2 that did thankfully come in on time, but they're very different vibes, so I'm gonna try them both on and then hopefully get some help and advice from you guys on which one I should actually wear. But let's get right into the video. We're gonna start with some book bedazzling. I believe in these boxes I have my book bedazzling kit and the book I'm bedazzling. I also have another book that I'm bringing to Dragonsteel in hopes of getting it signed for Abe's, my husband's boss. See what's in this first package. That's funny. This is the only one that was actually for me. They had a sale on Amazon that was buy 2 get 1 free, and I was getting the book for bedazzling, the book for Abe's boss, and I might as well grab a free book. So I got this one for myself. It's called None Left to Tell by Noelle Eiley, and I love this author. I've read 2 of her books so far and they've both been 5-star reads. So I'm trying to collect all of her books, and this one was cheaper than the other 2 books, so it was just completely free. That means in this box, we should have all the other goodies. I know you're hoping it's for you, buddy, but it's not. I'm so sorry. Alright, so here's the book for Abe's boss. This is his favorite book, I think, of all time, or at least in the Red Rising series. He's a huge fan of Pierce Brown, and he influenced my husband to start reading the series. I think my husband's like maybe 3 or 4 books in so far, but this is his favorite book of the series, and Pierce Brown's gonna be at Dragonsteel. He has a number of signing sessions. All the signing sessions were filled up by the time we got our media badge access though, so we didn't get in on any of them, so the likelihood of us getting this signed is low, but it's not 0, because sometimes with media badges we end up in cool situations with authors. Last year I ended up getting to do like a content creation and private signing with Brandon Sanderson. Super cool. I've met him a handful of times. I didn't expect to do that last year, but we brought books just in case, and then it happened. So I'm bringing this just in case. I'm going to a networking dinner one of the nights that I don't know who else is going to be there other than the Sandersons and their team, so I hope to get this signed and personalized. It would be a really cool Christmas present for my husband's boss. My husband just got a new job in June or July that he absolutely loves, and his new boss is amazing. So that's the thought behind this one. And then the other book in here is Yumi and the Nightmare Painter, and this is the one I'm bedazzling for Emily Sanderson. This book is dedicated to her. Brandon wrote this book for Emily, and then Emily read it and told him that the world needed to read this too. It can't just be a gift for her. And so thankfully she did that, because this is one of the best books I've ever read in my entire life. I think I've read it 5 times now, but it might be 6. And there's a lot of lore for why this is significant for myself, but also for Emily Sanderson and my friendship with her. So that's what we got here. And then here's the bedazzling kit. So I've done this for one other book before. Let me grab it. So I bedazzled Trust of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson, which is also the other book that Brandon actually wrote for Emily and is dedicated to her. But this one doesn't have significance for like my friendship with Emily, so that's why I'm not giving her this one. This was my original plan, and if I for some reason can't make this happen today, then I would have that as a fallback, but I think I'll be able to do it. It did take like probably 6 to 8 hours to do. These take forever because the gems are super, super tiny, but it's a really fun task, and I'm gonna probably do like an audiobook or have like a Christmas movie on, probably both at different times, because again, this is gonna take a lot of hours, so I'll probably switch between a few different things, but it's really fun. If you're like a crafty person, then I highly recommend doing a book bedazzling. Okay, so here's what you need. The kit itself comes with all the beads and the glue, but I've learned this the hard way. It does not come with the tray that you put the beads on. It doesn't come with this tool or the like little gel that you use to pick up the beads. So if you don't get those separately, I just use these from a diamond art kit. If you've ever done diamond art, it's the same thing, but that's how I have those. And then here's all of our beautiful gems. I really, really, really hope that I have enough of like the dark colors. I'm a little bit nervous, but I don't know. Hopefully, we're just gonna hope for the best. I'll end up, of course, ooh, I'm already spilling things. Why is it just the black ones are the ones I need, and they're the ones sticking? Okay, let me put those back in there. Those are the ones I'm most nervous for. I'll give you a little tutorial if you don't know how to do this, and then I'll probably end up like time-lapsing it, putting some Christmas music. And I'll also put a timestamp here if you want to skip ahead to the like dress try-on if you're not interested in book bedazzling. And I don't think I mentioned this, but I also have a couple errands I need to run that I might as well take you guys along with me. I'm going to the post office, I'm gonna go get some groceries, and who knows where else the day will take me. All right, so for book bedazzling, I always like starting with the things that are not the background. So the letters, I'm gonna do these little trails of the lights. All of the blue and pink, the letters and the letters are what I start with. The characters on this one, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do or not. For Tress, she's the only thing I didn't do. I felt like the details of her would have gotten lost if I put gems because the gems would have been too big for her arms. And this scares me too because they just have a lot of intricate details, so they're probably what I'm gonna do very last, and they might end up just being the only non-bedazzled thing. I'll definitely do all the black down here, which is I think part of like his pants, and I'm gonna do the blue on her dress as well, but I might not do the flowers either because that's a super small detail as well. So this was a book that I'm actually really nervous about if it turns out if I bedazzle, which is why Tress is my backup plan, but we're just gonna try our best and see what happens. I'm gonna start with pink because that looks fun to me. I'm definitely gonna use this like hot pink because that's the closest match to this. And basically what we're gonna do is grab some of those, pop them in your tray, and then if you just like shake your tray, not all of them, but most of them will have the like shiny front side up, which is how you want it. The side that you want to see on the book is the side you want on the tray here. You take your little pen thingy and you get a little bit of this, I don't know what this is, this wax into it. And that's what's going to pick up the beads, but not like stick to them like glue would. And then you can pick them up like this. Now, when you're book bedazzling, as opposed to doing diamond art already has a sticky surface. Books obviously don't, so that's where this glue comes in. My least favorite part of this by far is putting this glue cap back on. I don't know why that like, I hate that. The like sound it makes, it's the tiniest little needle. This dries pretty quickly, so you're gonna just work like one letter at a time, which makes this, again, very time consuming, and don't leave the cap off the glue or else it will dry and it will be not usable anymore. I think I'm gonna start with the letters up top just to get myself warmed up here. So we'll put glue just on the Y here. You don't have to use very much. This glue is very sticky, but just make sure every part of the letter or whatever you're bedazzling is covered. And then we go in with our gems. It also smells very strong, so I'm sure I'm not doing my like brain a service by like smelling this for a day straight, but it's worth it for the gift, you know? I also don't even know if she'll really like this as a gift, but I love Emily, so I just had to try something, so we'll see. And this is it. So it goes pretty quick when you have this tool. Last time I did it, they did not have these tools, or sorry, they had these tools, they didn't have the tray, and they didn't have the wax. So we had to put a little bit of glue into this tool and let it mostly dry. We could do it with a handful of gems and redo it every time we needed to, and that takes a lot longer. So I'm actually kind of excited for how much faster this should go today. I do regret already not getting smaller gems. I got like the smaller of these, but I know people get like super tiny ones that they can like place exactly where they want. That would have been useful, but we're just gonna work with what we have today. And that's the first letter done. So as you can see, these ones are pretty thick, so I'm really only gonna be able to do these big letters. I don't think I'm even going to attempt the and the, just because it will just end up being a pink blob. I might see if I can overnight some smaller beads right now, but if I can't, it should still be pretty. But let's see, let's give it a try. The problem I run into is that the ones that have smaller sizes are single colors only, and I really don't need like 10,000 pink gems just for like a little bit of the smaller ones. So I'm hesitant to do that because I think I'd end up spending a lot of money on each color that I need, and I don't want to do that. Yeah, the only ones I'm seeing that are available for overnight are those kits that you have to get the single color. So I'm just gonna keep going with just the size I have. If there's like one color I need, I might consider that, but I'm certainly not like paying $10 for each of the colors. I wish I had that kind of money, but I do not. All right, let's go ahead and time lapse this. I just did the first two letters, but again, they take a long time. You guys don't want to see that long of footage of me doing this. We'd be here for all day. I'm gonna put an audiobook in though. The one I'm listening to right now, I'm liking it, but I'm just not loving it, so I might switch to something else. I might start the second Mistborn book. I just finished the first one yesterday, but the one I'm listening to right now is called The Wasp Trap, and it's good. It's a thriller. It's just not like capturing my attention as much as a thriller normally does. Another book I just read recently was We Met Like This. It's a new romance book. I really did like that one. It was a book that I loved while I was reading it, and then like until I saw this on my screen, I kind of forgot that it existed, but I definitely would recommend that. That's a fun romance. And this one I would not recommend, The Wasp Trap. It's just like, I don't know, I'm only 46% of the way in. It could get better. all the pink I can do with this size of jewel. I'm still a little sad about the letters, and then I just don't think I should even attempt the city because there's a couple spots that could fit a jewel, but I think it would just look weird to only have like 4 of the pink jewels and the rest just not done. But it's looking really cool. I love the way that the line turned out. I think it was the perfect size for the lines. It's 3:30 p.m. right now and I haven't had lunch yet, so I'm gonna stop for lunch. And then I realized I haven't like yapped about why this book is meaningful and why I'm doing this, so I'm gonna come back and get going on the blue after lunch, and then I'll tell you guys my little Emily Sanderson story. I'm gonna go play with Onyx real quick, and then I'll be able to bundle up and eat my yummy lunch because it is cold out there. My grandma makes the best butterscotch squares and she was just here for Thanksgiving, so I am lucky enough to have leftovers. I wish I could hand you a bite through the screen because these are to die for. I already feel like today's getting away from me, partly just because it's 4:15 right now and the sun sets so early. So before it's completely dark, I'm going to show you guys the dresses that I have for my options. They're hanging over here right now. As I said, both the dresses are very different. One is more, I would say, like elegant. It's like a matte satin dress. The other one has lots of sparkles and is bedazzled. So I think I would find it an easier choice if they were kind of similar, but they're such different vibes and they both like surprisingly fit me. The one that's more like elegant is not long enough for me. It's just like a couple inches short though, but nothing's ever long enough on me ever. I'm just about 6 feet tall, so I'm very used to that. It's not the end of the world. So let's throw these dresses on. Okay, I feel like the lighting is not the best in here, but this is that more simple one. Obviously, I would be steaming this. It's so wrinkly. But the top of this one is like a corset on the back, which I really like that detail, and it makes it so that I can make it fit me like a glove, which is nice. Last time I had the other dress on, I was like, oh, I love this. I think I'm gonna do this one. And then now that I have this on, I'm like, I have to wear this. It's so pretty, which is an issue. I just like them both. But as you can see, like, ignore my Snoopy socks, but ideally for a ball gown, like you wouldn't be able to see my feet at all. Should be like this, but I am too tall. So that's a factor. I definitely have to wear flats with this one because if I wear heels, it's just gonna make it even more noticeable. But with flats, I don't think it's too bad. Obviously I won't have socks on that are bright yellow, but I feel like it's a pretty, I don't know, that inch bothers me because it's so close. I have a lot of dresses that I've worn that are like way too short, and then it's just like, it's not even close, so it doesn't even really matter to me. But this one, it bothers me a little bit just because it is so close to being the perfect length. But I really think that the top of this one really sells it for me. I love the cut of the waist here. I feel like it cinches me in. I don't really feel at the top, but it can be tightened enough so that it's not like sketchy. I think it's really pretty. I think it would definitely do the job. The dress code that I was given for this was formal, either cosplay or fantasy themed encourage. I didn't really have enough time to think of like fantasy theme, but I was trying to go with dresses that have a more whimsical or fantasy vibe, and I feel like the top of the dress gives a little bit more fantasy. Like I could see one of the characters in the book wearing this, but that's the dress code to keep in mind. Is it's supposed to be formal, either cosplay or fantasy themed. So here is option number 1. On to dress number 2. This one actually is long enough, which I absolutely love, and I knew this would happen as soon as I put it on. I'm like, I have to go with this dress, and I felt the same with the other one. Same thing where this dress has like a corset in the back so I can get it to be like my exact size. My main fear with this dress, I'm not normally like a sparkle girly, not necessarily. I do like a good sparkle moment, but my main fear is, does this just look like a like homecoming or prom dress? I don't know if that's a problem, but that's what pops into my head. And also, does it look like I'm like just an 8-year-old playing dress up with like a cheap princessy dress? I don't really know, but it's not picking up fully on camera. I think it is prettier in person. On camera, it looks like it's a lighter blue than it is. It's a little bit more of a purplish blue. Like definitely still blue, but it's a bit of a brighter color than it's showing up on this natural light. But I really love the color of this one. I feel like if I'm thinking which one gives more fantasy, it's this one. And I do love that it's long enough. I could even wear like a couple inch heels. This would be where it would hit with heels, which is fun. So I don't know, I think I'm just struggling. I don't know which one to choose. Now the one caveat is last year we went to a couple of the balls. One we attended and the other couple we just dropped in to do some content creation, and I just kept throwing on the same dress and I felt kind of silly doing that. So if I have room in my suitcase, unless like everybody hates one of these dresses, I would probably bring both and just wear one to the actual ball and then the other one for just a content creation day. But then I still have the question of which one do I wear to the ball I'm attending, because the ball I'm attending, I am going to a like dinner beforehand with a lot of the Sanderson crew, and then I'm actually attending the ball as a guest. So I'll be there for like 3 hours. That's the one that I'll be in for like any pictures or videos of actually like me enjoying the ball. So that's the one I like really want to make sure I love and feel like fits the vibe better. The other dress would be more just me going there to do content creation, to get other people's maybe reactions coming into the ball, or wit/Hoyd making fun of people, like things that I'm not necessarily going to be in any of that content. It's just me there. So that's where my dilemma is. I do really like this one. I think it fits me really well. It kind of reminds me of my figure skating days. I used to wear some bedazzled figure skating dresses, like just obviously the top, it wouldn't be like this on the bottom, but I think that's what makes me drawn to this top, because I miss those days and it looks kind of like a figure skating top of a dress. Another thing to consider is the back of this is like completely open. I don't think it's a problem necessarily, but it is different, definitely a different look than the other dress that was a little bit more covered. Both of the dresses had very good like twirl. I would, if I wear this dress, and even if I just bring it for the second option, be putting in a stitch, because the slit has the option to basically go all the way up. It honestly sits and doesn't really open that high, but just for the sake of like making sure I'm not flashing anyone, I would probably put a stitch in like right here. That way it just can't open more than that. So let me know. I really truly don't know. Both of them, when I had them on, I'm like, this is the one. And that's a problem. I just didn't want to fall in love with both of these dresses. And I like them for different reasons. And that's what makes this so hard. So please help me out with which one I should wear to the actual ball that I'm like fully attending. I would love to sit down and do some more book bedazzling, but first I really need to head out because I'm losing daylight and I kind of hate running errands when it's dark out. So I'm gonna go run to the post office, run to the grocery store. It's gonna be a little bit of a silly grocery store trip because we're out of a couple things we need, but we leave in 2 days. So I normally would do a full weekly haul right now, but I'm just gonna get like the bare necessities that we need to survive for another day and a half, because I hate food waste. So I don't want to get too much and then have to throw things away. But I need to go to the post office to pause my mail and also set up mail forwarding for my old house that we moved from. I got the sheet for it a while ago and then I just don't know where I put it. So I just need to pick that packet back up. So come with me, let's go get those couple errands done so that we can get back to the fun part. I might have to go scrape my car. I'm gonna let it warm up for a minute first because I don't know if there's actually ice on it or if it's just snow. But this is the part of winter I did not miss. Our new house we just bought in the summer, it does not have an attached garage. It has a detached garage and it's just a 1 car, and it's where we store our riding lawnmower, so we can't park in it. So I think I'm gonna have some scraping to do for the first time and I'm not excited. I love winter, I love snow, but I do hate this step. Okay, fun update. I can't find my snow scraper, so I'm gonna have to just let my car melt that. Unfortunately, I hate wasting gas, but I think my husband might have my snow scraper in his car potentially, so I don't have another solution. Christmas music, of course. Just made it to the post office. This parking lot is packed. I completely forgot between Thanksgiving and Christmas, you don't want to go inside the post office, so I'm not excited. I bet there's gonna be a very big long line, but let's just get this over with. Okay, we got that done. That did take a while. The line, very long. I was trying to think of what I need from the grocery store other than just cereal for my husband. And I feel like that might literally be all I get just because we're leaving. So I feel like we can scavenge the rest of our food. Hi, honey. I missed you. Oh, are you sleepy? Did you have a big nap? You look cozy and warm. What do you need? Do you need a treat? Alright, I just got back from my errands. Onyx is chewing on a pig ear. If you can hear him, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna get back to the book bedazzling soon. I'm for some reason getting tired, and Abe comes home in 4 hours, so I am running out of time, but I have to edit my vlog from yesterday for my TikTok. I already have it up on YouTube before I even started this vlog. TikTok won't take me nearly as long, but I just need to get that done and up so that it's just like out of my mind. I need to go through my emails and just do some other social media things. I don't think I've posted on Instagram yet today, so I just need to play catch up for probably about an hour and a half max, and then I should have at least 2 hours to sit down and bedazzle that book. But let's get the boring stuff out of the way. I do like editing, but I would rather bedazzle a book than edit a video, I'm not gonna lie. Of course, Onyx immediately hopped up to sit with me, which I love. Anytime I sit in this chair, you can guarantee he is gonna be right here with me for as long as I let him. He's the biggest sweetheart. Okay, we're back and we're gonna start working on the blue. I just did a little section to try out this color because there's a few different blues, but some of them for some reason have like a weird different color on the very top. So like this one had like a pink tone to it, the other one had like a yellowish tone, so I felt like this one was the most like true to being blue, so that no matter what side you're looking at, it still looks blue. And then while I do this section, I'll yap about why I'm choosing this book, how I even know Emily. So back, I think it was in 2023, I had reached out to the social media team about going to Dragonsteel, and it was crazy timing. I still feel so lucky this happened, but I ended up getting invited to be on Brandon's YouTube channel and to do a book club for Yumi the Nightmare Painter. They were doing one for every one of the secret projects, and I had seen them do them, would never have even in a million years dreamed that I'd get to be on one of them. And I got asked to go there about a week before they flew me out. So it was kind of a whirlwind. I hadn't even read the book yet. I think I had just started reading it like that week. And within that span of that week, I ended up reading it like 3 times to prepare. Emily Sanderson was the one who was kind of leading the conversation we were having, but I also met some other amazing friends that I'm still in contact with and that I sometimes get to see at Dragonsteel. One of them is Jackson. If you follow the Dragonsteel accounts, you will see him as the actor for Hoyd at Dragonsteel last year, and at the one this year, they hired kind of a crew of actors to play different characters for the World Hopper Ball, and he played the most hilarious Hoyd, so they have him coming back this year. We also had Tron, who's the illustrator of this cover, which is insane. This cover is beautiful. I saw her at Dragonsteel last year again. We had a mini like reunion lunch with everybody who was a part of the conversation except for Tim, who is Hello Future Me here on YouTube, and he lives in New Zealand, so he has not been to Dragonsteel. Maybe one day, that would be amazing. But I actually got to see Tim and his wife just last month. We went to Chicago. They've been traveling the world for the last like 2 and a bit years, and one of their last stops was in America, and they were in Chicago, which is just about a 4-hour drive for us, which was close enough for us to go hang out with them for a weekend, which was really fun. So that was all of us that were on the YouTube channel, and then that Dragonsteel convention that I went to that same year, I was able to be on a panel with Emily and then also with Daniel, which is somebody that I met just a couple years ago now, and he's going to Dragonsteel again, and it's just been a really fun kind of connection that I've made through this book. Still so random that I just happened to email at the right time that they were looking for somebody and that they thought I would be a good fit for it, and here we are. It's honestly the only reason I have all these connections, and Emily was was and is just the kindest soul. And even when we were leaving after that few days we were there with them, and it wasn't just the YouTube video, we also just got to have dinners with them and hang out with them and kind of got to know the Sandersons pretty well. And Emily, at the end of it, she even said she wished that we lived nearby so we could be like an in-person book club. And it's been a fun kind of friendship we've had for the last couple of years. So that's the connection to this book. As I had mentioned earlier, this is one of the books that Brandon wrote for her and dedicated to her. And again, is the book that got me kind of introduced to the Sandersons and was what Emily and I and the rest of the group kind of bonded over discussing, because we all fell in love with this story so much. So that's why I'm doing this book in particular as opposed to Tress, even though I do think Tress has a cover that's meant to be bedazzled. I love the ombre, so we'll see if I end up liking Yumi enough to have this be the gift, but that's the intention just because of it being a little bit more meaningful than Tress's. We're gonna do a little time lapse. You might be able to see my husband in the background. He actually got home from work early today, and because we're leaving for Dragonsteel in a couple days, we are going to have a kind of a date night. We get Thai food and get Dairy Queen and just hang out usually on Saturdays, but we've been traveling again almost every week except for this weekend, or except for last weekend. So we're gonna do an impromptu date night tonight, which means I'm definitely not gonna be finishing this tonight. I'm just gonna do another probably 15 minutes here and see how far I get, and the rest I will hope to get done tomorrow. Emphasis on hope, because we leave in 2 days, and tomorrow I also have to pack and get everything figured out for content and everything. So we'll see what happens, but it's been really fun so far and it's turning out really pretty. I'm loving the pink and the blue colors that I chose. Progress I've made. I did Brandon and then San so far. I still have to do the rest of his last name, and then I've done a bunch of the blue. I stopped the blue because I want to do this segment, but I need to do his letters first. I'm gonna stop here for right now. I'm gonna go pick up some Dairy Queen for us, and then we're gonna have our date night together. I might end up, we'll see how I'm feeling, but I might end up picking this back up later, and I'll probably, if so, just do a time lapse. So I'm going to end the chatty part of this video here. Stay tuned for tomorrow, because I definitely have to finish this obviously, but then I'm also gonna be packing for Dragonsteel tomorrow, and I'll take you guys along with me as I do that. And I think I have something else on my agenda tomorrow, and I don't remember, so that's not a good sign, but I'll figure that out. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of my vlogmas / bookmas videos, and I'll see you guys in the next video.